Yeah, what's going on, AF International family?
Yes,
And
sir.
all the viewers that are tuning in right here. I got one amigo of mine based in LA, Cali. I don't want to butcher your name, but it's Quicho, see? It's Quicho?
Quicho. Works the
Quicho.
same way. The way you pronounce it is a key, like a key, and
Ki-
then cho.
Quicho. Quicho. Alright,
There we go.
I'm calling Q.
Actually, it's funny because everybody calls me Q. They're always like, "Oh, shout out Q. It's
Shout
more
out Q.
easier. It's faster. You know."
Exactly. So, Mr. Dang, it's raining hard. Okay, so Q, introduce yourself to the people if they don't know who you are.
What's good, guys? It's Quichofilms, filmmaker, and now I make music too. But just living life and making a lot of music videos, going crazy.
Yeah, making a lot of music.
LA, mostly LA videos, but that's the market right now, and we're gonna just go crazy. We're gonna just go diversify the work, and yeah.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Again, if you're in the LA area, tap in with Mr. Q right here. He'll get you right.
Yes, sir.
So first,
and Eighth Prima.
Yes, sir. Always tap in with me. But first, I want to start off with from when you first started filmmaking. So like the first camera you ever received, and like when did you see yourself actually pursuing filmmaking and recording music videos for people?
Oh, so pretty much like the first camera I used was like my dad's like VHS when I was like 8 years old, and basically like I was actually into acting. So that was when I was middle school. I did like a little bit of like the school plays and all that, just to fuck around, and like basically it just it was me just picking up the VHS camera and recording anything I could. So I just always did like weird spoof movies of like action movies, like James Bond, superhero movies, like just as a kid, like you just watch those kind of movies. So I started with that, and then in high school, that's when I really took it more seriously. Watched more films. I was more into like cinematic, like Hollywood stuff. So I wanted to do like. Then I watched Oscar movies. I watched like drama movies and all that. Tarantino, Paul Thomas Anderson.
Favorite director? What's your favorite director?
I wouldn't say Tarantino, but definitely Darren Aronofsky. I even inspire off of like the work of like Matthew Libatis, whatever his name is, because he's Filipino. It's a Filipino cinematographer. So seeing other Filipinos in the field is like inspiring, obviously, because there's not many. It's mostly like white people and there's Mexican directors now coming up, like for sure. Like,
That's good. That's what's up. We love to see the diversity.
Hell yeah, bro. Pretty much in high school, that's when I realized, okay, it's gonna be hard to make movies right now, like feature film stuff, and short films. Go to film school, whatever, film festivals. So the outlet out there, I was already into hip hop music and rock music.
Yeah, definitely.
Just so much local artists around me. Since I'm like, I'm from Whittier. It's like a suburb city. I'm not gonna say I'm from a struggle or whatever, but the influence for sure is there. And like, people from Pico Rivera. Like, I started with rappers from Pico. Like, shout out Manny. And you're from LA too, right? Or you're from?
No, I'm from Jersey. I'm from all the way to the other side.
Oh, there we go. That's what's up. But yeah, basically, Pico Rivera is a neighboring city, and then that city is pretty much like or it's like East LA pretty much. It's like 10 minutes away from me. Yeah. And that's how I started like doing rap videos, just getting a lot of Mexican, Chicano rappers, and that whole SoundCloud wave was huge. Like the whole like emo rap.
What time was this? Like what year?
This was like 2015, so this is when everybody was
that's like
inspired.
The peak. That's like the peak for real.
Especially for that whole like do it yourself. Like I really fucked with it, and like Cole Bennett, kind of inspiring.
That's when like this new generation of rap was coming in. It was getting mad hate, calling it mumble rap and all that good stuff.
Oh,
but like now, you feel me? Like Uzi, for example. Uzi, he lasted. 21 lasted. Kodak somewhat lasted.
Cardi. There's a lot of people.
Cardi, Denzel.
Especially like Denzel for sure. Especially like that whole like SoundCloud shit. Like of course like Juice WRLD was like the last one that blew up from that. Of course there's like those new wave people, but that whole like SoundCloud sound.
The OGs.
It's like it definitely died off this year, but the mainstream is there still. And like
I'd actually say it's coming back low key, because I've been keeping my eye out there, and we've had a lot of artists recently popping
Oh, for
off
sure.
off that cloud.
Yeah, and now
course.
there definitely is a change of like lyric or like the substance of the song. Like they'll rap more about, you know, they'll have more punchlines basically. I feel like.
Yeah, yeah, especially in that plug on a subgenre.
Oh,
Oh
definitely.
wait, so of course into filmmaking, you meet a lot of people and make so many connections. I want to ask, like, how does it feel? Cause I be watching your Instagrams and like you just be lit. Like I can't lie, it be lit. I'm like,
You're going
damn.
up.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. You know, whole house party got like 50,000 heads. It looks like, but like, how does it feel? Just like knowing from where you started to where you're at now, and all these people that you met.
Oh damn, it's pretty crazy, bro. Like it just feels obviously definitely not super like complacent where I want to be. Like
Yeah, of course.
I knew I haven't made it, but this is definitely like where shit's actually starting. This is why I see it as all right. Now the tables are rolling, and I got to keep it rolling. And like there's no time. There's no way looking back. I already have these connections, networks, and pretty much like it's just real. Like I finally have the network I could kind of just build off of, build my brand, and everybody's noticing that now. At least
Definitely.
LA. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah, no,
the goal
definitely.
is worldwide. The goal is like get to mainstream level, get to industry level. But right now,
Like-
work with what I have. Yeah.
So speaking of that, what is like your actual vision with Quicho Films?
Oh, bro. Yeah.
Like-
So
You said worldwide and get to that level. Do you mean like that lyrical lemonade inspiration? Like elaborate a little bit.
definitely my own version of that. Not even
Yeah.
lyrical lemonade, but I want to
Of
go
course.
just different genres. It's not even just hip hop. I mean,
Oh.
definitely I'm starting with West Coast, and I inspire off of like I don't know the specific director's name, but he started with Bay Area music, and now he's doing like Justin Bieber stuff or like just crazy mainstream shit.
Yeah.
So it really just shows that everything starts somewhere, and the underground scene's always the best place to start because this is the scene that's gonna go crazy. Like West Coast music,
Hell yeah.
Kalen Farufo, he's like featuring with crazy artists now. Like it's getting more mainstream. So this is like the scene to hit.
Yeah,
And
that's definitely, especially in the LA area, that's just like the hot spot. All the
definitely.
celebs is there. Everybody that wants to be somebody is there. That everybody that is somebody is there. It's crazy. It's like,
Facts, bro. And I feel like it's the culture too. You got your Mexican rappers, you got your black rappers.
hell
And
yeah.
I feel like, yeah, like we just need to see more of that, more of like the LA rap coming back. And my goal with this is like definitely hopefully this stuff turns. It will. It will turn mainstream. And then I want to diversify, do pop videos, rock videos.
Okay.
Just all different
Question.
types. Electronic.
Now, once you get to a certain level, will you like stay? Because as you grow, at one point you stop kind of working with like an artist that doesn't really have a huge name for himself. You get what I'm saying? Not really too much buzz. But if your platform, when your platform reaches that level, will you like once in a while take someone maybe that is not as known and like almost put them on or like give them a nice placement?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm always open to that, and like I always look at, okay, I'm gonna listen to the songs they have, whatever they send over,
Yeah.
and if I see potential, if I like it, if I see myself bumping this in the car with like 5 bitches in the back, then boom, it's going down, and then twerking, then okay, or if it depends on the vibe, if it really,
Yeah.
I always like bumping it with just homies in the back, bitches, just see what we could get, like see if like, and I'll be like, yeah, this is a new artist. It's not even a known artist, and if it surprises them, surprises me, and shit, like we'll work on something good, We'll make a
Definitely.
good music video for it and blow.
Because that also gives you like some credit to your name. It's like, oh, you discover. It's like almost you helped discover this artist and put them to a new audience. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's like that's bigger than even getting a video with like Trickle the Ruler. Honestly, if you discover an artist and then you blow up with them, just like Cole Bennett did,
Yeah.
that's just like that's cooler in my opinion.
Definitely. Because like Cole, he be putting on artists to like, you know what I mean? Every time.
Yeah.
Local Lemonade drops a video, it's always lit. It always
Literally.
gets numbers.
It always does.
And sometimes I don't even know who the hell the artist is, but I'm like, oh, like
He's going up.
He's going up.
Yeah, like, he did that for so many, like Lil Skies, Juice. The artists he does now, you know, I love Cool, but the artists he does now seem, I don't know, it's alright, you know. It depends too.
I see what you're saying, because I remember back in the day, like even a couple of years ago, 2018 maybe, one that always comes to mind that I feel as though came out of nowhere was like Lil Xan. I know you haven't heard that name in a minute.
Or
like,
hey, you know what's funny actually? I saw, I went to like, a little concert, like a little like garage concert, and he was there and he was doing like metal music. So I was like, that's pretty cool.
Lil Xan
like
does
punk
metal
music
now? Okay.
Yeah, like straight punk music. It was like, whoa.
He's Mexican now too. You know?
He is, huh?
Oh, I mean, not now. Man, like, he's always been Mexican. But
Diego,
like,
isn't his name Diego or something?
yeah, Diego. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny in me, yo. Okay. Other than filmmaking, of course, you do your own music. Where do you see yourself going with that? But like, where do you like to see yourself going? Yeah.
Well, definitely like music. For me, obviously, I get inspired like from the artists that I work with. You know, like I build a bond with them, and then we just hang out, and then we'll freestyle. And I'm like, you know, it's really like it's just like a whole like, okay, I inspire you with the video stuff. You shoot your own videos, because there's some artists that like that video stuff. You know, like, oh, I like the visuals, and they inspire me. So it's like we kind of scratch each other's backs there. You know, and then with this music stuff, it's not even like I'm not even doing hip hop. I'm trying to be like
you like funk. You like funky or like
I'll do funk.
Boogie nights.
Exactly. I want to be myself with it, and now I'm gonna do more like dance hall stuff, like Sway Lee shit. I just want like stuff for the clubs, like and stuff that could go like international, and that would take the next step to it. Since there's not a lot of like Filipino artists, and honestly, I would want to reach. I don't know if you know 88 Rising, but I would want to reach that outlet.
88 Rising. I've heard 88 Rising.
Joji.
Joji.
You know,
Yep. Okay.
Joji,
Okay.
All the Asian motherfuckers are in there. I feel like that's a perfect lane.
You got that, man. You know what I mean? I believe in you.
Hell yeah.
No reason I ain't reach out.
And obviously, like, you know, music. Everybody sees me as a filmmaker, but music's like super fun for me to make it. I don't even see it as work. Obviously, everything turns into work, but whenever I do this, it just kind of gives me a breather. From the editing, all the editing and all the shooting that I already do. I pull up to the studio with an artist or a homie, and we just fuck around and make music. I want to be like, I want to just go viral with music too, just like see what I can do with it, you know?
Also, I got a question, because you know what I mean? It always seems like a person, when they're making a name for themselves, they almost come out of nowhere. But they don't realize behind the scenes, like, there's been years of work put into the shit that you do.
No, thanks.
And I wanna understand, because I know this is no easy job. Filming so many videos, having to like get all the sets and then edit them and send them back to the artist. Like, how long have you been working on this?
Damn, bro. Honestly, literally since freshman year. High school.
And
so
how long ago was that for you?
2014. That's like a good
7 years.
7 years, yeah. So it took. Honestly, I was gonna give up music videos because I was already going to. I finally got into film school, but film school wasn't for me because I already knew like what to do.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a waste of money.
University.
It's good. It's good for connections, but I already, it's kind of a waste of money sometimes because like you're wasting like $100,000. But
and time too.
Yeah, literally, bro. But
which is more important too, right there. Shit.
Literally.
But okay, go
time
ahead.
is everything. Freshman year, that's where I met like people from my high school who rapped. There's kids from Pico Rivera, Downey, some from Pomona, just all over like it's LA County, and then I would eventually hit East LA rappers, and then it was always the SoundCloud stuff, and then it turned into the party stuff, like the Shoreline, because everybody, and I was a junior, it was Shoreline Mafia, so now people were changing into like that party West Coast shit. And then, it was just, it all started from there, and I just done a lot of local artists, and everybody was telling me, your videos are good, but the artists you got are shitty, because, it's just like what was around me,
Yeah, and I get you, and that's respectable. At least they kept it real.
Yeah, they kept it real. Like my homies were like, Oh, bro, it's not we don't want to support you and watch your videos. It's just that we don't care about the artist. And I'm like, well, that's how that's how I start. Like,
I get you. We all gotta start somewhere, man.
yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not gonna just go straight into shooting Jeezy's video or something, you know? Like,
Right.
you know, maybe if I was like tapped in the right, I mean, it's really the good area, you know. But like, 562 is cool. You know, we got Long Beach, we got Whittier. I live in Whittier. We got Pico Rivera, all that. But if I was really like in the deep, like maybe just like the extra step, LA, like South Central or whatever, then if I hit that scene first instead of like what was around, at least local. It still is local. It's just that it took 7 years, maybe for me also to get older, to just be around more people and all that. But
so, at one point, because I'm assuming you do, I mean, yeah, you do this full time. This is like your life now, your career.
Oh yeah, I don't even work. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah. So, when did you have to not work a job no more and do what you love?
That's like honestly the craziest question to me for some reason. It's simple, but it's like, yeah, like honestly, this whole like making your passion your career, you know, it finally started this January when, yeah, bro.
Dang, yo.
Before I would do Postmates, before I would just work whatever, like Mom's Clinic. But yeah, it literally was just January when I just tapped into the right people, and once I dropped, it's crazy. Once you get one big artist video, then so many people will just flood into your DMs, and you gotta, at this point, you gotta just like, you can't book everyone, you know. So
yeah,
I gotta props out to to the manager I work with, Josh Lettuce and CML,
Shout out.
of course the Z Room. But everything started like during quarantine, bro. Like I said, like you know how quarantine, like everybody was getting their own bag in their own way, and people were making excuses. People were saying, "Oh, it's quarantine. You could just stay home and just don't take it easy, right?" But
definitely. But now
yeah, bro. All of quarantine, I saw it as a networking opportunity. I saw it as, let me do more local artists and see what I get here, because this is the time where artists are struggling and they're looking for videos. They can't go concerts, so they're doing videos, you know?
Yeah.
So then I reached out to the Z Room. Shout out Frenchie. She's like a A&R person. And the Z Room is a studio in Paramount, 562, 15 minutes away from me. And, that's why it was still local. It was like still a neighboring city. And everything is about community, you know? And like, basically that started, they have Rucci, they have all these like West Coast artists recording in that studio. G Perico and all that. They had 03 Greedo record there. The Greedo, that's right. And it all started there. That's how I met everybody. I went to Blasey, then to Josh, then to Chris, Massive LA. All the connections just started there. If I'm being honest.
That's just crazy to me to think of though, because like you said, 7 years, and just this January, you really just, you could say like, okay, I don't have to work a job no more. Continue to do what I love. It should be inspiration, and motherfuckers who are listening should listen to that part specifically.
Right?
Because 7 years, bro.
7 years. I haven't even said that. Actually, I never even told people, I just never really kept count like that. I mean, I would be very, I love showing my process, and like, I love posting a lot. Of course. And, I used to work in silence. Where before this, I wouldn't show anything until I finally got it, and boom, now I want to show people, filmmakers, that this is how you do it. This is what you can. This is what you can do, or this is how you live life when you're doing your passion. Yeah. And bro, like it took that long. It's crazy to me. It felt like a long time, and I'm not gonna lie. When it did happen this year, I was like, there's a lot of that imposter syndrome where you're like, did I have enough experience over those years? Am I even like built for this, or like, But that's just like the dumb bitch inside of you. You gotta just fucking get some, grab some balls, get man up, and do shit, and just get this shit done. Create shit, man.
Definitely. I mean, I get that thing. So, was there any point within the 7 years where you just felt like dropping filmmaking entirely? Filmmaking entirely? Yeah.
Bro, it was still consistent. Like I was still creating every year, right? But there would be phases, like for like 6 months, where I wouldn't create anything, and I would be like, you know what? Film pinche pendejo, exactly, bro. I would legit like just, do nothing. I would go, just be at home or work from home or whatever, or just get a regular job, and just be like, okay, I'm gonna get actual money, get a real job, and I guess go to college, and like just live a regular life.
Go to college,
which is totally fine. You can do this, but if there's some ambition, if you already have a plan with, then it's still good to not like leave it fully. But there was moments, bro, like throughout the years, like I would just, especially dealing with like anxiety and all that, depression, whatever. Like everybody goes through their shit, has a phase for like a good amount of time.
Of course.
And a lot of it was because I wasn't creating, or I wasn't. Like it's like when an athlete doesn't play sports anymore, they feel empty.
Yeah.
You're not doing what you love anymore, So that's what I felt with film and music. Well, mostly film, but like music was also an outlet for me to stay creative. If I wasn't doing that, if I was just living a regular, normal life, I was fucking like, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't like myself. I just felt empty. There was nothing.
Jeez, man.
That whole creative outlet just gives you that confidence or that self-esteem,
Oh, definitely. I can relate. I feel you, man. I feel you.
Yeah.
That's just crazy, though. I mean, I
7
can
years.
respect all the hard work, too, because I just know this don't come easy. It just doesn't come out of nowhere.
It literally doesn't.
Yeah, like, I didn't meet you just not too long ago, but, like, you feel me? Like,
Yeah,
I could have assumed it's like, oh, wow, he just probably just started this year, like, last year, and he's already doing this great big things. I'm like...
People thought that. That because everybody was telling me when I started doing more West Coast artists in November, like, oh, you're so new. They're just testing me out. I only charge like $250, $150. And then when I blew up with the Draco thing, they're like, well, you're coming up so fast. I'm like, nah, man, I'm just really young, maybe. And I barely maybe just hit this scene, but I've been doing, I guess local SoundCloud artists since high school, and they didn't notice that.
And that's the thing with a lot of things, especially in like this music game / you know what I mean? Yeah, the music industry and film industry kind of mixes in because your scene matches my scene, but it's like it really just takes just one.
Yeah.
And then like
it really just takes one video, or like everybody. That's how it is for everybody, and that's
just takes one song, and then boom, you generate all this.
It's hype, And
then you just build off that momentum, and it's like. Yeah, like at a certain time it seems like everything seems stagnant, you know what I mean? You got this like steady growth or like up and downs, and out of nowhere it just comes all together.
It always does. And there's if somebody tells you it's not worth it, or that's not how it's like, it's not overnight like that. Well, it's not overnight, but it does take that one thing. They're lying. Like they don't understand. Like they're not in your shoes, and they don't know that. All the work you put in, it's gonna be worth it no matter what. Like everybody has their time basically, no matter how long it takes.
Sure.
If you're really about it and your intentions are pure, like you got that in your head every day, like I'm gonna make it. It's just that whole thing of like I'm gonna make it in your head, and it happens eventually.
Oh yes, sir.
And
that's really crazy though, man.
And bro, like another thing too is like people don't get this about artists. So my dog like barking.
Yeah, I'm like, I was saying this. I'm like, I'm not tweaking, right?
I know, my freaking dog is loud. But with artists, bro, like an artist with like 5K, 1K followers, even 1K, are in the same position as a guy with like 500K who are kind of stagnant, right? Because the guy with 500K might have more creative outlets and all that, but if he's not making that one song that's gonna get into the mainstream level, then it's not gonna, you're still in the same position as a guy with 1K who can also make that song. Maybe that 1K guy is just slept on, or he's still growing as an artist, but if he makes that one hit, and sometimes accidental hits, boom, you just blow up bigger than them sometimes.
Yeah, no, because that's the thing. It's like, it doesn't really, your follow count at the end of the day doesn't really matter. Depending on what you're doing, of course.
It really doesn't.
Like, with music-wise, like you said, could be one guy with 1K and the other guy with 10K. But the one who's actually making a living off the music and, you know what I mean, getting his bag, basically.
Could be the 1K guy. Business. Exactly.
Yeah, it could be the one guy with the 1K. So it's like, don't always, I don't know. This is just for anybody trying to network or anything. Don't always just look at the followers or specifically.
And social media.
Yeah.
It's toxic.
Because
And a big example is that is oh my bad, were you gonna say something?
Oh no, I'm just like, again, like you said, that mentality is like not it toxic. But go ahead.
Yeah, bro, it's a lot of like self-doubt and people don't get that, you know. But I was saying how like, okay, this is a weird example, but like Russ versus Lil Pump. So Russ, he gets a lot of hate, doesn't have that the numbers like Lil Pump, but he makes more money because he's smart about his business, he's independent, sells out arenas in Middle East and all that. Lil Pump, on the other hand, can't even sell out the Novo or whatever. Has a lot of, he's like a puppet, you know. He has a lot of followers, but they see him for the super shit he does, not like, you know what I mean? Not the music. They're not actually like giving him money.
And that's the thing, you know? With clout chasing, y'all. If anybody's listening to this, man, don't clout chase, yo. It's not really worth it long term, you feel me?
Yeah, it's really not.
Because if you get popping off your antics, then that's the only thing people actually really care about.
Just like yeah.
If they found you because of like this one viral moment you had, but it had nothing to do with your music, then it's like they only here for it because of that, your character, not your actual music. You feel?
That's important. And then that's something I gotta learn myself, because I'll be doing a lot of funny stuff, but I still have the work to back it up. But it's just like, oh man, do I want to be known more for the work, or, you know? And that's always it's always good to build image, but there's a smart way to put it out, and like you can still be funny, be a personality.
Hell yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. But it is a good balance of like, okay, like doing what Lil Pump, seeing what Lil Pump does, and maybe just like slowing, you know, just like kind of doing something different from that, you know, like you can still be loud or whatever, show your image, but if you're like Lil Pump, where it's like, yeah, that's just him being a full-on like clown or whatever, you know?
and speaking of balance, how do you balance everything? Because I know that lately recently you've been growing a team, getting editors and other filmmakers, which I'm proud of you, bro. Which is amazing to see.
Definitely.
All due respect, like,
a team collective, yeah.
A collective. And it's like, how much work do you actually have on your shoulders now that like you have people helping you out? Is it still a lot? And how are you balancing managing your own like health with the work?
Man, so everything is moderation. Like basically the biggest part of this is like, it was very, very busy and booked, like from March all the way to end of June. But since I stopped taking bookings during June, and since like I had so much edits backed up, this is where you know, not everything's perfect. What you see on social media, I'm putting a video a week, but there are some clients that I didn't have that much priority for, because there's bigger artists I had to get their video done first, or labels, you know. So then I got maybe 2 artists kind of mad because I haven't edited their video in a month, and that's when I realized I have to get another editor. I can't just be editing all these. Like I shoot like 4 to 5 videos a week, whatever, 3 to 5. You know, there's no way I can do this all by myself, and plus I'm not only that, but I'm partying on top of that and networking. People think I'm just partying to party. No, I mean, they go to these parties. I go to it's network where rappers are at, and if they see you vibe out there and you're not just a hermit, then they would want to work with you more. You know, build a bond. So yeah, bro, like the balance with that is that. Okay, so I realize I'm shooting more than I'm actually finishing and editing videos. The way I do it, like my schedule is literally like, okay, shoot during. It's very like I'm my own boss, where like I make sure to edit in the morning or at night, like late night, like all night, and finish those videos. And I shoot during the day, and if the shoot's at night, then I'll shoot at night. But that's why there's always a time to edit in the morning or late night, and it's just easier than editing during the day, because you're more motivated in the morning or night owl stuff, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And basically, like, it was getting really bad with the backed up edits. So much, back lag. I still have videos I haven't finished yet, But now I am, and that's why this month it was mostly a breather. Where in July, we're in the middle of the year, kind of, and I realized, okay, before I move on to more artists, I kind of need to just finish my edits and get my other editor to also finish edits with me and finish, just get finish what we started, and then we can go back into booking more. But I am still booking. I'm still doing right now, just to get like quick bags. I'm gonna do like quick deals, you know, like
Yeah.
$400, $500 videos, so I could just get those done, get more money in, because I just bought new equipment, so I need to kind of get the money back.
I peeped that.
Yeah, that shit's expensive.
That camera.
Exactly.
Shit look worth more than the shit I own. Fuck, like this shit on my body.
I'm saying,
Like,
bro.
fuck.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, this rappers, artists, and even general audience, they don't realize how expensive this equipment is. You know, and like
It's surreal for real. Like,
oh yeah.
oh my god. And like, imagine the cameras that they use for like filmmaking.
Oh
Like,
Jesus,
10 racks.
bro. Like
at
red cameras,
least.
Aries. That's why I think my parents were buying me my first camera. You know, like my first ones from high school and all that. When I wasn't really like, that's what it is. The VHS camera and all that. You know, and now it's just me learning, and then boom, getting my own and getting a bag, pretty much.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, like people don't realize that. Like it's like expensive as shit.
Hell yeah. Now, where do you see yourself going? Like, okay, now you're catching more of a float. You're actually doing this full time, your whole living. You got a team.
Definitely.
Like, what are the next steps for your brand?
Honestly, the next steps, bro. Like, since like I'm never happy with the position I'm at until I really make it. Like until like I'm actually having a mansion or something. You know, like, that's the big goal. Like rich, you know, like lavish shit, bro. Like just like
That
making sure
lifestyle.
and then having a family, and then like maybe when I'm 35 or some shit. I don't know. But that's when I really know I made it. Where okay, I'm stable, or I have a big house or whatever. It's not even about the big house, but it's just about like okay, yeah, that
That's
fucking
like
moment, you know.
That accomplishment. It's like, oh wow.
Exactly.
I did this.
But I know for a fact, like, okay, I'm in the process of that, and I'm still 21. People don't get it. Like, people in my generation who are like 20, 21, like they want to rush so much, and I get that feeling too because I'm just moving fast. I want to like go.
Yeah.
But the direction I want to take now is like, okay, I'm only gonna pick like I'll take okay like let's say this month I'm gonna just get quick bags, pick artists even if I don't like the song just to get the money because sometimes you need the money to make that. Plus you're paying for utilities and shit, everything else that you gotta pay for. So this month is about just taking a breather, but also just getting quick bags. But the direction in the fall or like from August to December. And sorry if I bridge off too much or like I talk too much about different shit, but
Good.
the direction I want to take now is definitely pick artists with the songs that I would bump, in my car. Like I would actually like see myself
So
bumping.
it's like, okay, I see potential in this going
Exactly.
farther and
And
farther.
and further. And
Yeah, let me tap. Okay.
and working with the same artist that I'm already, working with, like still keeping up with Big Sad, still keeping up with Draco, or if I even get another Draco video, it depends, because he already has a lot of like Mr. Real Movie. He already has so many filmmakers on his belt, and I was just like very new.
Yeah.
But
I
still,
got you.
hopefully I get one with him again, and then just the artists I already worked with, just keep going with them. But also, reason why you see me going to these like listening parties or these BET things that I would finesse sometimes. It's all about finessing, bro. Like sometimes when you know a manager, you know someone that can get you in, and you gotta just pull up. It's literally quotation marks, pull up.
Pull up. Okay.
Bring a camera and risk it. If you don't get in, you don't get in. But if you come in there and you're with somebody then there's a chance you'll get in.
Especially if you got the camera, you good, bro.
Exactly.
They like that camera get you the easy
It's like a ticket.
freeze. Once I pull up with a camera, I'm like, I'm a photographer.
Yeah, like, oh, Drake's in there. I have a camera. You need a picture?
I got a,
oh shit.
pic. Yeah, I do photography. That's all. No, I'm not a rapper.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing too. Like if you're a rapper, that's a good thing being a filmmaker or like even a A&R or whatever. Anything but a rapper, because rappers, they get a bad rep now, pulling up to these events and like.
A word.
It's just like it's not a bad rep, but it's just like it's harder as an artist to network because who wants to listen to your music when you're in a party?
They know why you're there. It's like they know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you don't really have nothing to offer, respectfully.
It's more for you.
Yeah.
As an artist, it's literally your art. you know, and that's why I like the whole artist thing, like rapper, or just making your music. And not only that, but there is a bad, or it did get corny. It's not the rappers, but it's the corny people that would literally say, "I'm gonna freestyle for you." Like when that guy freestyled in front of Thug, and Thug just ignored him. He was like, "This is it was just lame," you know. Like they just you can't be doing shit like that where it's like you're the attention, not the artist. Like you're just showing the artist, or you're showing Young Thug that I'm a rapper. Like there's a smarter way of doing it. And it's definitely by just talking.
Just coming up, just be chill, cool, say what's up.
Yeah, just say what's up, and just talk, converse. Like it could be about something entirely different in a party, you know, or just even like anywhere you meet them, like a studio, and then you eventually say, "Oh, I make music." You know, the first thing you don't want to be like, "Oh, I make music," or even from filmmakers.
I do films.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I shot for Draco. Can I shoot a video for you? Like. That's not the way to do it, you know?
I got you. You just gotta be smart, chill about it.
Yeah. And I always like, you know, telling people this, you know, it says like, why hide it? You know, like you want to benefit everybody, and like everybody, even the artists that don't know how to do it, deserve to hear this, you know? Like it's, why hide it? They deserve a spot too. They gotta it's just moving smarter. And, cause I've been through that. I've been through, everybody goes through it, you know? The people who already made it won't even, or some won't even admit that they were cringe before how they approached the scene, you know, and how they approach people.
Did you ever cringe it like ever like, oh shit, I probably should have directed them another way?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. Even in January when I was coming up with this, like it was with this one rapper, SoundCloud rapper, you know, big in 2017. I was in like a fashion design, because I used to just vlog for fashion designers like Blasey and all them. He came into the office and I said, I didn't know, but I said, I'm a fan of your work. That's like, I guess it's bad to say. You should say, I fuck with your work instead. Because if they see you as a fan, and they're like, oh, he's a fan.
You're a fan, yeah.
So that's already like goofy, or it's like, you know. But I'm not afraid of admitting, you know, my mistakes, or like shit I've done, because, you know, why? Why be too cool for that when now you learn from your mistake and you move smarter now, you know?
Definitely. Okay, I fuck with it.
Yeah, bro.
I fuck with it. All right,
that's
a good tip for me too. I took that into heart. I'm like, you're not wrong.
Take it in, bro. It's true, because there's so many people
who you get treated as a fan.
You get treated as a fan, and like there's just so many like people who think they're like so cool with like, oh, I don't gotta tell people how to move, you know, or like how, you know. But I like sharing that kind of advice, bro. Like you're never too cool to tell newcomers, or like, it's not even newcomers, but people who don't know about that shit, you know. Like, why not? Yeah.
Hey man, hopefully one of these days, one of these months, I gotta go out there to the west coast.
Bro, come here and let's tap in, bro.
Yeah, I have to. That's one of my goals. That's the only reason That's the only reason I'm going out there. Feel me? If I'm going out there to LA, I'm tapping in. I got to.
I'm gonna hit you up, bro. Like, yeah, let's work. And I know you make music too, so let's do some shit, bro. East Coast, West Coast shit.
Hell yeah. Oh, we can do a whole that'd be dope.
That'd be fire.
You can be like, we going nationwide with this.
Worldwide.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Worldwide. We're the real Mr. Worldwide, bro. Goddamn.
Hell yeah. Say fuck Pitbull. Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Right.
Oh, but going back to your question with like direction. But yeah, just bigger networks, you know. I want to see you going to these bigger parties, and even when you come here, bro, like we'll go to these bigger parties and all that, and like just network. You'll find managers. And this is going to like the trap scene, like mainstream, like fucking, like, you know. Like,
yes, sir.
People on TikTok type shit, you know. So that's the goal. That's the goal this year. Man. By the end of this year, if I don't have one big, like, I don't care, like as cringe as it sounds, TikTok artist or even like Billboard artist. They don't have to be like fucking Drake, but like just somebody who's in that come up like that, like on that caliber,
I got
on that like on that wave, like damn, bro, like that's a goal. One artist, and it's possible, because I've seen Young Boys videos. I've seen Little Baby's videos, Little Dirk's videos. Like, there's some of their videos that just look like their homie shot that, you know, or some random guy shot that. You know?
Yeah, definitely, man. Hopefully this year, man. One of these days, I gotta risk. I gotta get out there. You feel me?
Now you have to come to LA, bro, or I have to come to New York or New Jersey. I'm trying to go to the Bronx again, or because I know one artist there, and like I know Spike Tarantino.
Oh,
and he's hard.
Yeah. Heard the name, Spike Tarantino.
I've always wanted to work, or we already DM each other, and I wanted to work with him and all that. So it's a matter of time.
Man. If you ever come out to the East Coast, shit, I would drive up there in a millisecond, in a flash, son. I'm running red lights. I'm going at least 150 on the highway. Just let me know, like, if you out here.
Oh, fuck it. You better just zoom.
Zoom.
Scared. Exactly, bro.
All right. It was good having you here, though, man. It was a real good talk. I respect your work. I'm glad to see where you're going with this. I'm glad to see the come up too.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me. You know, I actually love your way of interviewing and all that. You know.
Yeah, appreciate it, yo.
You had good questions. You had a good flow.
I ain't write shit down. I'm gonna keep it real. I was thinking, like, should I write something down?
Yeah, why not?
I'm just gonna go with it. I just felt like going with the flow, and I did.
You went with the flow, bro, and like a lot of you know, I can hear you like literally throwing your own podcast or whatever, because not a lot of people can do this shit. Like I got interviewed by other people like back in March, and like low key, it didn't go well. Like it was just awkward.
Oh damn!
Just with the questions, just about like I don't know. He was talking about sometimes interviewers like talk about too much about themselves, which it's cool, but like they'll tell a whole story, and I'm like, I barely talked or whatever. I barely got to say what I wanted to say.
We here for the person that's on here, because I hear that all the time. It's like, why? It's like, especially with Joe. With Joe, I look at his comments. I'm like, Joe. It's like the stereotypical Joe podcast. Him always talking about over the person that's on the fucking show. I'm like, let me not do that, because there's a reason. This is an interview.
Definitely. And it's like, it's not even like, you know, oh, the interview we being entitled or whatever, but you know, there's a reason why they're on the show or whatever, you know. But Joe Rogan, I'll admit, like, when he talks about his own topic, he's pretty like entertaining. Like he knows, it's not just bullshit, you know. He does go off, like go on and on and on, but I think it's still funny, or it's still a lot of substance to that, you know.
Yeah, definitely. But hey, man, thank you. I take that as a big old compliment. The real vision with this podcast, you know what I mean? We starting right now. We starting small, but as we go and continue to grow, I hope to actually fly out to cities to like interview specific artists and make this almost like a little, somewhat exclusive thing. You feel me?
Oh hell yeah!
Where when the artist comes on, gives them a new audience, a bigger audience, to like uplift them a little bit.
For sure, bro. I can see. Come here, bro, and let's start a fucking podcast, bro. Like I actually like this whole thing. I actually like interviewing and like, or this whole podcasting. Like, you tap me in with some East Coast artists. I'll tap you in with LA artists when you come here. We just get both on. You get both on the show. I'll be like your little side guest whenever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm down to just be a guest. Just come in and talk whenever. Just be there. Hey, what's up, guys?
Bro, I ain't got no problems with that. And I appreciate the thought, for real. So,
hell yeah, bro. And not only that, but you already have a reach, you know?
Yeah.
You have a reach to like, get this even like crazier.
Because
like,
you be peeping my IG, right?
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Yeah, you're going crazy. Yeah.
Crazy. We ain't stopping, man. Feel me? Consistency.
Yeah.
Is
you already have
key.
an outlet.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. Like, although I'm almost at a band with followers, but like, although I don't got all that craziness, don't doubt the influence and the reach, like you said, man. Hey,
a band of followers, bro, like that's better than one follower, or like, you know, like even one follower is better than no followers. So exactly. that's already like to me a reach, because when I had that, that's when I knew, okay, things are starting, you know. Yeah, and we 7 away. So follow me on IG, y'all. Follow 8 Lima.
Quichofilms. And Quicho Film. Tap in if you're in the LA side. If you somehow see my video. I think this interview went great, yo.
Yeah, I really appreciate this, bro. This was lit.
Of course.
Thank you for having me.
And